The Tampa Bay Rays need to be evicted immediately. These POSs can't even afford a roof on their stadium, and we need them to beat the Toronto Blue Jays today, and they throw out their D squad. They don't show any appreciation for the Yankees. Hey, guess what? Maybe next year the Yankees should let the Tampa Bay Rays play in the parking lot of Yankee Stadium, or maybe play in the parking lot of Walmart down the street, or when you guys move to Montreal, we'll buy you some poutine and gravy, because F you Rays not helping the Yankees out at all after we gave you a home, you homeless bums.
Bednar deals. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. Yankees win this one 3-2.
Good evening and welcome to another installment of the New York Minute Sports Show. The Yankees beat the Birds, and it's Boston's turn for a beatdown in the Bronx. We've got highlights. We got Aaron Boone's postgame press conference. It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports for New York Nuts. And don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's go!
It's New York Minute Sports. It's New York Sports Talk with Sports Nuts.
Well, there you have it, folks. The New York Yankees are going to face the Boston Red Sox in October, and after 162 games, after this marathon of a season, after the Boone swoon, after the June loon, the Yankees are playing their best baseball of the season, and they are clicking on all cylinders. Welcome to New York Minute Sports Show. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. It's as simple as this. The Yankees are in home field advantage for the next 3 games in the Bronx against the hated, the rival Boston Red Sox. And I know that you guys are feeling a little nervous. It's natural to feel a little nervous, and I'm feeling nervous too. But guess what? Don't misconstrue nerves for giddiness and excitement, because that's what you should be as a Yankee fan right now. Because think about where we were 2 months ago. I was already making my plans for October because there was going to be no Yankees postseason baseball. But they crawled through 3 football fields worth of shit like Andy Dufresne from Shawshank Redemption, and sure came clean out the other side today after the Yankees take care of business against the O's, and the Toronto Blue Jays won today. So the Yankees do not win the division, and that just shows that every single game is crucial in this long marathon of a season. Yes, even the games in April, they count too, and that's what lost the Yankees the division this year, was shooting themselves in the foot and playing like shit against the AL East. But I have to admit, guys, I like the fact that the Yankees will continue to play. I think the worst thing that the Yankees could go through right now is a day off. The worst thing for a hot baseball team is a day off, let alone 4 to 5 days off, because if the Yankees won the division, they wouldn't play again until Saturday. Guess what, guys? The Yankees are going to roll this into the postseason against the Red Sox. I don't want to hear about crochet. I don't want to hear about the Red Sox being dangerous. I don't even want to hear about the Red Sox winning the season series, because guess what, guys? This is a different Yankees team now. The team that the Red Sox saw earlier in the year, guess what? These aren't the same. And one thing that you have to remember about Boston Red Sox, you think the Yankees make a lot of errors. The Boston Red Sox lead Major League Baseball in errors and just get the ball in play against them, and they will shoot themselves in the foot like they always do, because guess what? What does a beach chair and the Boston Red Sox have in common, folks? They both fold up after Labor Day, and the Boston Red Sox stumbled to 3rd place in this division this year when I heard from all the massholes that the Red Sox are going to win the division this year. The Yankees are a different team, and if the Boston Red Sox and the Boston Red Sox fans think that they're going to get the same version, no. The Yankees, as far as the American League is concerned, are the best team in the division. I said it right here, folks. The New York Yankees are the best team in the American League. And you know who's the only team that could beat the New York Yankees? The New York Yankees. This will come down to the New York Yankees shooting themselves in the foot, or Anthony Volpe, or Lolev Dev, or Mark Leiter Jr. doing what they do, messing up in big spots, big errors in big spots, but the Yankees have seemed to quell that error monster that they had earlier in June and July. And with help from Caballero, Ben Rice playing first base, and thank God the godsend, Ryan McMahon, the vacuum cleaner at third base. He might not hit a lick of shit, but Ryan McMahon saves runs with his defense every single game. Just think about where we were earlier in the year with our third base scenario, and Ryan McMahon was a great acquisition at the trade deadline, along with Bednar, along with Duval. Brian Cashman won the trade deadline, and it shored up the Yankees to make a run at this October postseason. Side note, that was another team that I heard that was going to win the division, and that the Yankees were going to take a step back after losing Juan Soto this year. And guess what, guys? The New York Yankees are better than last year. They don't have Verdugo playing in left field. They don't have Anthony Rizzo with a scrambled brain from CTE at first base, and they actually have starting pitching. Even though Garrett Cole is out, I still think that the New York Yankees, once they get past the Boston Red Sox, will have the best starting pitching in all of baseball in the postseason. No Williams, no Volpe, no Mark Leiter Jr. Banished for the postseason. If we see Lolev Dev, it's got to be in the 6th inning with a lead. And I don't want to hear about Garrett Crochet in the playoffs. He's never been there before. Never even pitched one pitch in the postseason. And guess what? The postseason in the Bronx, when that house is rocking, and that place is one of the loudest places in sports, Garrett Crochet, welcome to the playoffs. Welcome to the jungle that is the Bronx and the Yankee fans. Also, do not sweat Chapman. If it's one thing that I know about Chapman, and he was our closer for many years, every time he gets in the postseason, he chokes in the big spot. Also, the one thing you got to remember about Chapman's been lights out for the last 2 months of the season, signed an extension, and if you look on my Instagram, literally gripped his mom's titty on video. Yes, that was real. That's not AI. But Chapman, he goes in lulls of hot and cold, and he is due for a cold streak, and he is due to blow it in the playoffs again against the Houston Astros, giving up that home run to Altuve. I don't even care if Altuve knew it was coming. He still gave up that home run. And the Chicago Cubs won in spite of Chapman. They won that World Series in spite of Chapman. He almost unfolded everything that they did this year. The Boston Red Sox don't have as good hitting. They have worse defense. They might beat us in the starting pitching, but guess what? We got better metal relief. We got better bullpen. The New York Yankees are only going to defeat themselves, guys. I'm literally telling you that. This is what the lineup should be for the playoffs. Trent Grisham leading off. Judge, Ben Rice at first base, Big G DH, Bellinger left field, Jazz in the 6th spot, second base, Caballero gets the start over Volpe at shortstop. He hits in the 7th spot. Ryan McMahon starts at third base in the 8th spot. Also, Rosario, interchangeable. I think that you could start Rosario at third, then bring Ryan McMahon in the 7th inning for a defensive replacement. The same thing with Paul Goldschmidt. Bring him in as the 7th inning of the replacement. You could move Ben Rice around to catcher, take Austin Wells out. I'm a little shaky with Ben Rice's defense. I know I don't like Austin Wells or Anthony Volpe, but if you want to talk about defense behind the plate, it has to be Austin Wells. Ben Rice is too much of a liability. So you have Caballero in the 7th spot of the lineup, Ryan McMahon, and then Austin Wells in the 9th spot to round it out. Also, I know you guys are going to disagree with me, but I want to hear you in the comment section. This should be the 1, 2, 3 of the starting pitchers in this series. Rodon, Fried, and Cam Schlittler. I don't trust Luis Hill. I don't want him in there. Cam Schlittler's got more live stuff, and I believe that he can get through the 5th or 6th inning. He can get past 89 pitches, and he doesn't walk as many people. Luis Hill walks too many people. He puts us in too much danger, and that means if it's tied 1-1, we would have Luis Hill going in a decisive game where a guy that walks the park, I'm not signing up for that shit. I don't want anything to do with it. As far as the bullpen is concerned, 6, 7, 8, 9. Williams 6, okay? And that's only if he's got a lead. 7 Cruz, 8 Weaver, of obviously 9 the Bulldog Bednar. Lefty specialist, Tim, King of the Hill, King Hill of AutoZone. Throw that butt out and get in the game. Time to make up for putting in Nestor Cortez last year. You got Duval as my guy that floats and rotates. And also, don't forget about Yarborough, okay? Because Yarborough's there, and he can be in there when things get, like, just in case of fire, break glass, that's going to be Yarborough this year. Now, the man who got us through it all, the man, Bubbles Baboon, Aaron Boone's post-game press conference. And the man, guess what? He might be dopey. He might be wanting him to run him out of town. You might want his head on a pick in June. But guess what, guys? We got Aaron Bubbles Baboon, and it's time for him to make up for last year's World Series loss. Let's get to the Aaron Boone.
Yeah, win a close game like that. Tough day to hit probably with the shadows. But just, I thought really good ball game. Great atmosphere. Kind of odd watching scoreboard like that, but I'm sure pretty neat for the sport.
Let me know in the comments below. Most exciting September you can remember as a Yankee fan. I haven't scoreboard watched this much in a very, very long time. I was really excited that the season came down to the last game of the year, and also the Tampa Bay Rays need to be evicted immediately. These POSs can't even afford a roof on their stadium, and we need them to beat the Toronto Blue Jays today, and they throw out their D squad. They don't show any appreciation for the Yankees. Hey, guess what? Maybe next year the Yankees should let the Tampa Bay Rays play in the parking lot of Yankee Stadium, or maybe play in the parking lot of Walmart down the street, or when you guys move to Montreal, we'll buy you some poutine and gravy, because F you Rays not helping the Yankees out at all after we gave you a home, you homeless bums.
But excited we could finish it off like this, and know we're probably got a day off, and here we go.
You mentioned that the Blue Jays are up in the bottom of the 8th to the Rays 14-4. It looks like you guys are going to be hosting the Red Sox on Tuesday. Just what type of challenges does that team bring?
Yeah, I mean, great team. Obviously have had a great season. I'm sure we're going to see a great pitcher on Tuesday, but I know our guys are all looking forward to it too, and just try and continue to play our game.
Brendan.
Just how do you go against a guy like Crochet, who you figure will get?
Yeah, I mean, one of the game's best, obviously, and just turned in a phenomenal season. So, we've got some familiarity with him. We've seen him a few times. He's had success against us. We've dinged him a little bit too, and hopefully that familiarity serves us well.
You know what? It would have been one thing. Listen, this isn't coping. Okay, the Yankees should have won the division. They blew it against the Toronto Blue Jays. And congratulations to the Blue Jays fans that watch this show. Thanks for the support. Congratulations on winning the division. You're going to lose to us in the playoffs, but that's neither here nor there. The Yankees should have taken care of business against the Toronto Blue Jays, and I actually like the fact that they're playing against the Boston Red Sox because I want to see the momentum going. I don't like the fact that they play in a 3-game set. That is so dangerous. I wish it was still 5 games. But what are you going to do? I just want more baseball.
Going into Tuesday.
Susan.
How do you describe what Aaron Judge has just done this season?
Yeah. Batting title. I know it's meaningful to him. I
Aaron Judge, first player in Major League Baseball history to have the best average of the season and 50 home runs in the same season. Aaron Judge also, by the way, the last time he struck out in a game 3 times, that was June 16th. Big Dumper did it 9 times in the last 2 weeks. So the only reason that Aaron Judge won't win the MVP this year is strictly because of MVP fatigue. And also, I don't want a one-hit wonder Big Dumper. And if I keep hearing that he's a catcher, I don't care. It's his choice to be a catcher. He's a switch hitter. Who cares? Aaron Judge just had probably the 3rd or 4th best season ever in Major League Baseball. And not to mention, you give the MVP to Ohtani in the National League, who bet on baseball, okay, and only was a DH. Doesn't even have a position. So Aaron Judge should be the MVP of this league, and if he doesn't, it's highway robbery. Big Dumper is a great story. You take Big Dumper off of his team, he's not even – Franco's right behind him in WAR. In fact, he doesn't even lead the team in WAR. Wins above replacement for everybody keeping score at home.
I just gave him a ball and said, Tony Gwynn, Rod Carew, Wade Boggs, you're in that company now. So pretty cool, just to see him, finish the way he did too, after going on the IL, scuffling a little bit there by his standard for the first couple of weeks when he came back off the IL and, really helped carry us down the stretch this final month. So excited for him.
Chris.
This will be the 5th time that you guys have faced Crochet this year. Do you feel like that's a benefit for you guys or more for him?
Got to be for us.
Any analysis? Why?
You know what? But Boone's being tongue-in-cheek there, but he's exactly right. The more times you see a pitcher, the more chances that you're going to get to hit him. And guess what? Max Fried's got to come out, and he's got to be lights out. Carlos Rodon, he's got to be mentally locked in. I want to see the same Carlos Rodon that I saw during the regular season. And you know what? You thought this would be a lot more of a jovial video, a little bit more of a celebration. I am not in celebration mode. I am in anxiety mode for the next 2 days, and then for all the games in the stadium, which I will be at. It's anxiety, okay? Until the Yankees win this series, it is going to be full-fledged anxiety, because then we can breathe a little bit in a 7-game series. But these 3-game series, man, you better start quick, you better start tough, and you better pitch well. No mistakes, no mental mistakes, no defensive mistakes. And I only want to see Anthony Volpe in after the 8th inning in a pinch running situation.
As a hitter, I always preferred seeing people, it's always tips the scales to the hitters. We'll see.
Right.
Now that you're through 162, how do you assess the season as a whole?
I don't we'll make sure, that things end up the way they do in Toronto. And then,
you know what? The thing is everyone was saying, do like a season post wrap up and stuff like. Listen, the season ain't over. The regular season just ended. The true Yankee season starts on Tuesday. This is the real season. That 162 games, the 90 shows I did in a row after every single game, window dressing. It means absolutely nothing. The season starts on Tuesday, and when the Yankees take the Red Sox down, and then they pack their bags and go to Toronto, the rest of the American League is on notice. The New York Yankees are playing their best baseball of the season. I don't want to play Boston. I don't want to play Detroit. Guess what? The Yankees are the best team in the American League. No more being scared. No more being scared about matchups and starting pitchers. The Yankees can do it. And what they need to do is put their head down and take care of business.
It's on to the next, and we're just kind of in that mode right now, like win today, and we'll keep that same focus going into the next round, and we'll assess when the dust settles.
What was the biggest change in your mind over the last 2 to 4 weeks from earlier?
I think we just started to come together and realize our potential as a group. I think we got a little bit settled down in the bullpen. Max went through that stretch of 6 or 7 games where he scuffled a little bit. He really got it going and returned to being that ace.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish, especially in baseball. We just saw one of the largest collapses by the Mets. We saw one of the greatest division comebacks by the Guardians. And the New York Yankees, the only way that they can make a name for themselves this year is going back to the World Series and winning it. Anything else will be a disappointment, and I will be covering it right here, after every single game. And stick with me, guys, at the end of the game, because I'm going to be at the stadium, and I got to drive home, and I will start recording as soon as I get home for you guys to break the shows down. Also, I'm going to be going live tonight on Sunday, a little bit after this show, after I record it. I wanted to record the show for all my fans who wake up and watch it tomorrow and want to watch the New York Minute. And also, guys, thank you so much for your support this season. 95 shows in a row. I just counted it today. That's kind of crazy. You guys have been there for every step of the way. And just like I say, the season starts today. I'll have a show for you tomorrow about the Boston and Yankees matchup, and then the post games from there. And hopefully we have a very long month of baseball ahead of us, folks, and it's not a quick end to the season. And remember, if you can't be good, be bad.